This is Hot Takes with Nick and Justin. Winter break is finally, well, I guess not finally, but it's over. And a Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Lots happened over break. A lot of NFL, a lot of NBA, big college football games. We're going to go over what we can today and then probably tomorrow or the next day cover the rest. Let's start off with NFL.
Yeah.
So, week 17 of the NFL happened, and we had some great games.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it was week 17 and week 16.
Yeah.
Week 16 was what week was that? That was the Giant. Okay.
That was Christmas week, I think.
Mm-hmm. So, starting off in week 16, we had the Commanders taking on the Jets. Christmas Eve. The Jets took that game.
Yeah. Sam Howell got benched in that game. Good old Sam Howell.
Yeah, I didn't really watch it, but
Me either.
Jaguars Buccaneers.
I watched some of that game because that was a big game for the Bills.
Mm-hmm. Buccaneers take it easily.
Yeah, I mean, Saints they lost this week, but I still think they're gonna win the division. So
Who?
I still think the Bucks are gonna win
Yeah.
the division. But yeah, they did dominate the Jags.
Cowboys Dolphins. I did watch this game all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great game. It was what everyone expected. Besides the high scoring,
Yeah,
But-
it was a good game.
I was talking to Mr. Ralston, one of the teachers, and I said that Dolphins are going to win. He asked me. I said the Dolphins were going to win, and I was right. I just thought, well, for one, in the first half, it looked kind of shaky
Well, the first
because
drive,
they weren't using Tyreek.
Well, the first drive for the Cowboys too. They march down the field and then
Mm-hmm.
they give a handoff to the fullback and he fumbles. I think from that point on, like it was kind of destined for the Dolphins to win once the guy fumbled.
Mhm.
But I mean, Jason Sanders, MVP of the game, the kicker,
Yeah.
making 5 field goals.
Yeah, it was a very
Lions Vikings happen. Lions clinch the division.
Yep.
Week 16.
Dan Campbell.
I still think he's a little mad after Saturday.
Yeah.
Bills Chargers, Peacock. They won the game. But yeah, there was some good games of the week. Raiders dominate the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
That was one. Christmas Day. Eagles almost blew it.
Yeah, that was bad.
What's your concern level with the Eagles at a 1 out of 10?
It's high. It's not. It's,
Is it close to a 10? Your concern level?
It's probably like a 7 or 8. It's not great because the team doesn't even think about changing. Everyone's saying Brian Johnson this, Brian Johnson that, but
They changed defensive coordinators.
yeah, but I think the outlier right now is the offense, kind of. Well, it's both, but the offense, in my opinion, has so much more talent, and they could change and make their team so much better. But all they do are screen passes and QB draws.
So I follow a lot of Eagles fans on Twitter. That's kind of what I see. I just see a picture of a QB draw in a Madden playbook.
Yeah.
Just posted online.
Like, what I'm saying is the defense can change. Yes.
Defense can be better.
Can it be good? I don't know.
They have too much talent on the D line to not be.
That's what I'm like. Their secondary is not good.
So I get Slay wasn't having his best year, but still losing Slay is probably not the best option when James Bradbury is now your number 1 corner.
And he's
and,
not.
What I see online about Reed Blankenship is just a picture of burnt toast.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think Reed Blankenship.
Yeah.
I thought Reed Blankenship was gonna be better. I like Reed. Just kind of having a tough time out there.
Yeah, and then we'll get to the Eagles.
Who's the other Sidney Brown's the other safety?
Yeah, we'll get to the other Eagles game, but talk about more Christmas Eve games. Packers Panthers, what a game!
Yeah, Yeah, I mean Bryce Young, I finally had like
A breakout.
breakout game. They started actually using some of the weapons like DJ Shark
Mm-hmm.
and other players, but this game is I think Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones finally healthy,
Mm-hmm.
and then Jordan Love's the franchise guy, I believe.
I think if the Panthers played like that every game, they would win at least 6 games. But
Except they don't play like that every game.
I think the Packers are a better team than 7-8.
Well, not at 8-8, so
But yeah,
at the time they were 7-8.
yeah. I think they're a better team than 8-8.
Yeah, I do too, but they lost some games like the Falcons earlier in the year. It's just from them being a young team.
Yeah.
Patriots Broncos Sunday night Sunday night that week. Russell Wilson benched.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Hey, they won the game though. Jared Stidham. You know Jared Stidham started replaced Derek Carr last year with the Raiders too. When Derek Carr got benched.
Who did?
Jared Stidham was the backup
Really?
when they benched Derek Carr.
Do you mean wait, are you saying didn't Russell Wilson get benched in week 17?
Yeah, I'm talking about last year with the Raiders. Remember Derek Carr, the whole thing about him getting benched?
No, I'm saying like wait.
He got benched week 17. The final
Oh, no, I see it. Okay.
Yeah.
I was confused because I was looking at week 16 and I didn't think he got benched then.
Nah, he played that game.
Yeah. I'm just gonna quickly go over the other games because they're not. Well, obviously they're significant to other people, but they're not really significant to us. Rams won over the Saints.
Rams are a good team.
Steelers Steelers won over the Bengals. We talked about the Bills game, talk about the Jets game, talk about Lions game.
That was a very close game too.
I want to touch on this though. Browns Texans. Can we talk about Joe Flacco?
He's a dog.
Unreal.
I love Joe.
He
swings that thing too.
I know. He still
looks effortless for him to throw the ball like 30 yards down the field.
He's still got something left.
Still, he might get 3 or $500 million contract.
But what I really like week 16 though, that was a crazy week because that was the week when Amari Cooper had 265 yards, 2 touchdowns, and I'm a big fan of Jerome Ford.
Yeah.
He's nice. He's got like the kind of David Montgomery.
He's fast.
Yeah, he's got like the David Montgomery kind of style.
It's kind of surprising what they've done this year without Nick Chubb. You know, they get Kareem Hunt back midway through the season.
Yeah.
Mark Cooper misses a game last week.
And I don't care what anybody says. When everyone saw Nick Chubb go out, nobody expected them to go 10-5.
And when you lose Sean Watson too, even though he hasn't been playing good.
Are they 11-5 now?
They're 11-5.
Yeah.
Even without Watson hasn't been playing good, but still your starting quarterback, going your full string guy. That's remarkable, man. I mean, Kevin Stefanski, I think, is the coach of the year. What he's done, but also having a guy like David Njoku might help.
Yeah, he's so
freak.
good.
He's a freak.
He's always open. Seattle won over the Titans. Falcons won over the Colts. We talked about Bucks. Talked about the Dolphins. Bears won over the Cardinals. Raiders won over the Chiefs. That game was weird. The Chiefs, that was just a weird game.
Yeah, they scored 2 defensive touchdowns in 9 seconds.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was 7. I don't know. Either way.
I think it was 1 or 2.
Yeah, it was so weird. Yeah, I think that's. Oh,
Ravens.
Yeah, the Ravens won over the Niners.
That one, they dominated that game.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy looked average.
I think the score doesn't really tell the story of the entire game. If you watch that game, it was just.
I don't even need. I was like on and off because it's not the Bills. But I mean, every time you look up, you see Brock Purdy throwing a pick.
I think the score doesn't tell the story of that game, but we'll go over week 17 in a bit. Like let's go over college first. I think college is the bigger outstander. Alabama happened.
The Roll Tide.
Not today.
What do you mean not today?
They didn't. Alabama lost to Michigan.
They lost. Oh.
Okay, you didn't have to.
Man, how they lose, man? How they lose?
Bad play calling.
the center was terrible.
Yeah, everyone's surprised about that. That's what I had to watch. I didn't watch Alabama all season, but I'm saying that's what I had to watch for most of the season, and nobody talked about it, and it's so annoying to see that now. I'm not joking. 80% of the time, that center takes a bad snap. It's a bad snap.
You know, also does not help that Michigan has a freaky D line that just makes the guy like rush even more.
Yeah, I think the problem, really, I think Michigan. I think Alabama could have beat them
Oh, they could have beat them if they could protect Milroe for
if
1
they
second.
took their if they took the opportunities to score. There were so many times to where they could have scored and they just threw it away. Milrow fumble, that was bad. Like
Interception that becomes incomplete
like
on the first
okay,
play.
well that's different.
But it could have changed the game.
I think that's different personally.
Oh, what was the muff? At the end of the game, the muff punt doesn't
That
go
that
back
was
and
insane.
Goes to. My dad was even saying, he was like they'll go for it. They'll go for it, try to win the game.
Yeah.
I'm like, if he gets a monster punt, they're not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that guy tried to catch the ball.
Yeah, he should have just let
And
it.
that ball bounces the other
Yeah.
way to Alabama.
And the punter's good. He's not some
That should be a penalty. He got hit so hard.
that actually made me that was making me mad. Because everybody
Everybody knew.
What?
Everybody knew there was a penalty. They just did not.
Well, you'd be surprised. People on social media have been saying that he flopped
Dude, the guys.
when he ran full force into his leg.
You could even see the contact too.
Yeah, it was bad. The guy, I understand if it was an accident, but I believe it wasn't. There's no way you accidentally run into the
Plus-
kicker, and it's not even about if it was an accident or not. It's still a penalty.
Yeah.
He ran into him in his kicking motion. You can't do that.
Blake Corum was
Dominant.
I think the best player.
Without a doubt.
On offense for either team.
Well, I think everybody thinks that.
I mean, yeah, but I thought McCarthy played good. I didn't think he played.
Hmm.
I mean, he did have 3 touchdowns, but
Mhm.
one of those was like a wide 4-yard. But I think just Blake Corum just
Mhm.
he get behind that ball. He get fit. But yeah, Michigan's defense though, I did not realize how fast they were.
I think personally, I thought Texas's defense was better. That's just my opinion. I know they lost.
The thing with Texas' defense, they're secondary. After seeing what happened, I don't think their secondary's been good all year.
Well, the thing is, I think. Well, one thing I hate is that they take a month off. That messes
stupid.
everybody
That
up.
should at least be a 2-week off.
It just messes everybody up. You could tell right in the beginning because of what happened. The interception right away, first play interception, and then it was a muff punt right after that.
I don't know why the Michigan guys were trying to catch the punt on the 2 plays,
I don't know.
and but I think it just comes down to that one team could protect McCarthy, one team could not protect Milroe in that game. Because the first play was a sack. Milroe didn't have a great game. The fumble hurt.
I don't really I didn't see enough out of Milroe, but I don't know if that was necessarily his fault. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, they were blanking the receivers.
I would have liked to see more. Honestly, I would have liked to see more more passing plays, obviously, but I know the run game was working.
I would like to see
But I would have
even-
liked to see more passing
Even though he
plays.
had 21 carries, I don't think most of them were designed.
Mm-hmm.
I would have because when they started doing design runs for Milroe, it was working.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they would have got to that more. And
Well,
I mean, their receivers could not do anything.
it was just that center man. God, it makes me so angry.
That offensive line got beat up every single play.
It was just the center. The center. People don't recognize how much a center means until you see it, because
'Cause-
every snap was at his feet, or he had to jump to get the ball.
I mean, the one he had to reach out like this, he would catch it. To his
That's
right.
what I'm saying. It's every game. It was
I think that was
ridiculous.
on the McClanahan touchdown
Yeah.
on the second one.
Mm-hmm.
I think that he reached over to his side, But I mean,
Well, the thing is, the last play everyone's saying, QB draw for the last play, ridiculous, so stupid. We don't even know if that was supposed to be the design play.
I think it was.
I think it personally was, but we don't know because the snap was at his feet.
I think it was because I think the receivers wanted to block immediately when the snap happened. So I think that's why.
And
But
also,
also-
people just say whatever they want because they see one play on social media, and then
But also, I was confused why they ran it like yeah, the snap was bad, but man, running it right up the middle with like how bad their like center and guards have been playing, like the whole offensive line.
yeah,
But I think if they're able to run up with like a running back next to him onto the side, I think they could have scored. But
I would have hit like a fade or something with Bond. Like
yeah,
I don't know
it didn't
why.
help that Burden got hurt on the one play too.
Yeah. Well, no, I think it was just a cramp.
It did look pretty nasty though, the way he bent over, got hit.
Yeah, it was bad. Jermaine Burton got kind of
Good ball player though. Good ball player.
yeah.
Just not the greatest game.
But other college game, Washington, Texas. I did not watch it.
This one was. I didn't watch. It was a little too much, little too past the time.
Mhm.
But the parts I did see, Michael Penix is so effortless when he throws the deep ball. It's filthy to watch. And Roman Aduze, I hope he's a Bill next year. I hope he's with the Bills.
I want to see Penix do well in the NFL, and I hope
Do you
he
think
does.
he's first round?
I don't know.
I think the injuries and age kind of factors in with this.
Well, everyone's saying the age. He's only 24. It's not
but he's also
crazy.
Couple season ACL injuries too. That's a little concerning.
I think the biggest outlier for me is why would they get him when they could get Jaden McDaniels and Caleb Williams? I don't think there's any other team that's going to get him because they don't need a quarterback.
I think teams like the Broncos could be one. Like, cause if they're a first round pick, the Raiders I could see maybe taking a chance on him.
I think Broncos are going to get a corner.
You think goes for corner?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're gonna cut Russ. I don't know what.
I don't know why. I think they're going to really beef up their
Who do you
secondary.
think's gonna go high in the draft? Bo Nix or Michael Penix? Who would you bank on? Going like drafting ahead.
That's a good question. Well, depending on how the championship goes, if Michael Penix has the same kind of game that he did, or even wins the championship, I got Penix. If they lose, I think it go either way.
I think Penix probably will go further, but I think Bo Nix might be the better. Is this really a hot take? Bo Nix might be the
It's
more
not hot.
talented.
I don't think it's a hot take. I just think it's kind of no one really knows.
Yeah.
One, because they both played long, so it's kind of
That
up in the air.
But also, it's not fair how good the wide receiver core is for Washington. I mean, I wish that my team, the Buffalo Bills, could draft Roman Aduze. If they do, he's so filthy. Some of the catches he makes. It also helps that Michael Penix can fit anything to a keyhole. What a guy!
Yeah, it was insane championship day for college.
Great games, and it didn't help that Quinn Ewers had a chance to win the game. Man, got down to I think it was a 20-something of Washington, and it was just incomplete. But I think. Do you think Quinn Ewers stays? Or do you think he transfers, or do you think he goes to the draft?
To be honest, I don't know who that is.
Quinn Ewers, the Texas quarterback.
Oh, number 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, to be honest. I think it's a tough call just because I think it's gonna depend on how Texas is gonna be next season.
Because Arch Manning, I don't think Arch Manning transfers at all. I think he does.
Oh, he's gonna stay.
I think he does play for Texas because I think.
That's where he wants to be.
Yeah, and but I don't think Quinn's gonna have 5 years or 4. Let's go back to the NFL.
Yeah, week 17. We'll go back to that.
Let's start off with the game of the week. The Philadelphia Eagles playing against there. I'm gonna start with this game. All right, there's a special place in my heart for the Eagles. I love the Eagles. All right, I love them to death. Anything bad? I don't say nothing bad about the Eagles. They stink. They are awful. How do you feel, Justin, about your Eagles?
I'm just confused because pretty much almost the entire season, it was about the second quarter for the Eagles, or the second half. They didn't do good the first half. They came out the second half strong, and they always finished out the game. Now it seems to be the opposite. Now it's looking like they're doing this the first half, and then they're coming out the second half slacking.
Hello.
Yeah, the Cardinals game happened.
Well, Seahawks. I don't think they played.
And I think the Giants game happened.
Giants was. They should have blew that Giants game. They keep giving up deep touchdowns. I mean, Tommy DeVito is no longer Tommy DeVito. Sorry to say, but he's gone. It's Tyrod's team.
But you never know.
No, it's Tyrod's team. Yeah, the Eagles, man. I just don't get like how they could be this. Their record be this, but they could be. It's like the Steelers from a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they were like undefeated.
Yeah, wasn't it like 10 games are undefeated and then they just started?
I think they were 11.
Yeah, it was either 11 or 10 games, but it was bad.
But it's like the defense fell off a planet Earth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they went from top 5 to bottom 32.
Mm-hmm.
They got, I mean, Jalen Hurts. I see a lot of people talking about A.J. Brown. Has he been good the past couple weeks?
He's been, I don't know, he's not really. I mean, I don't think it's really his fault. I think it's just Hurts looking out for more people because, one, Goddard's back. Julio Jones made a statement out of nowhere.
Wow. Depending on Julio Jones in 2024.
Yeah. It was like, I don't know. It's sad to see, but
yeah, it's sad. I thought it's a glorious time to be a Philadelphia sports fan. Whenever, hey, at least got the Flyers. You know,
yeah.
Orange and black.
What else happened in Week 17? That was a big game. Browns again. We'll go over the Browns. Let's go over the Browns.
That was Thursday night.
Scoring 37 points, and Joe Flacco just having another great game. Start off the game. Was it second or first quarter we had that interception?
I don't even know. Cause like,
I remember it was like a, it was like a actual
second quarter. I think that was the second.
It was an actual mistake. Like he didn't mean like. He just didn't see the guy.
First drive, he threw the pass to Njoku that went like he caught it
and just ran down the sideline.
And I think it was the second quarter.
Mhm.
Because I mean, Joe Flacco, man, that guy's a ball player.
I hope it stays that way.
I think it is going to stay that way, just because Joe
He's
Flacco.
old. He knows what he's doing.
But
he knows what he's doing. Is what I'm saying.
He's not like a new year guy, like a new guy in the building. No, he's played in the league for long enough to sustain this.
Old, yeah, I meant old in a good way, to where like he knows.
Old and slow.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Cowboys Lions. The Lions barely lost.
Should have lost the game because
yeah, wasn't there a bad call?
Taylor
What
Decker.
happened?
So they go for a trick play. They throw to Taylor Decker. He gets called for illegal touching. But in the huddle, Jared Goff tells Taylor Decker to go report as eligible. Skip, one of the offensive linemen, I call him Skip. He comes in. He's been reporting eligible the whole game. So the ref thinks that he's going to report. He goes, doesn't even hear Taylor Decker.
Mm-hmm.
They say that 70 reported, which he was not because he was a guard at that time. He was playing guard, not tackle or outside tackle. So
it was about ineligibility.
Basically.
Okay.
And the guy did report. He assumed that it was the other guy that reported. Everything got mixed up. Bad call either way.
But was it actually ineligibility or was it just a mistake?
It was a mistake because he
He was
Taylor
actually eligible.
Taylor Decker was the one who reported.
Mhm.
The ref thought it was the other guy that reported, who wasn't who ran on the field, not even talking to the ref.
I got it.
They thought because it's number 70 has been reporting all game that okay, he's gonna report.
Mhm.
Nope, it's Decker. They converted penalty on all sides, and then they Jared Goff missed the guy.
Got it. So it was just a mess.
It was a mess. Plus, they went for a 2-point conversion.
And it was probably a long, like conversation between all the refs and stuff.
It wasn't even that. It was like, the ref thought it was 70 reported, not 68. They called it. They said like immediately, and then number 70 was yelling at the ref.
Mhm.
Dan Campbell got furious. I mean, it was a mess. They should not be refereeing a playoff game if they're gonna make this kind of mistakes.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
I think that's the main takeaway of that game is the Lions probably and CeeDee Lamb's a weapon.
Mhm.
But it stinks for the Lions. They could have had a chance for the 1 seed. Now it's the Niners.
Who do you got winning the Rookie of the Year? A little bit of a sidetrack, but
So C.J. Stroud, I think, is top 2 right now. The only problem with him is that he got injured and missed the past couple weeks. I think it's going to be between him and good old Puka Nakua. Because
yep,
Puka is so fun to watch.
I know.
And he's a great guy. If you watch his interview,
He's a great guy.
great guy. He laughs a lot, smiles a lot. Just to
I think my favorite moment though is him when it was the rainy game.
against the Ravens,
No gloves,
Yeah.
just snags the ball.
make a diving catch. Yeah, that's what you do in BYU.
I think if CJ Stroud just wasn't there, Puka would have won it. But
I think he's got a chance now because he's been injured.
I think it's still gonna be CJ Stroud.
I think he still is too, but yeah, but
Um,
you know, it's also still in the cards. The AFC East division. The Bills won again. It's a little close.
mhm.
Russell Douglas was the best trade acquisition of the deadline. I don't hear nothing about it. He's already got 4 picks in 8 games and 2 fumble recoveries. Guy's a menace. And Oliver should be all pro. 9.5 sacks.
All pro.
9.5 sacks at D tackle and a diving interception. And also, Terrell Bernard should at least be in conversation for all pro.
Mhm.
He's at 134 tackles, 6.5 sacks, 3 picks, 3 fumble recoveries. He's the first linebacker there since 1991.
Mhm.
That screamed, but he's probably not going to get recognition because Fred Warner, Roquan Smith. Other guys, but I think he should at least be a Pro Bowl this year.
Yeah.
And I mean, the Bills did just enough to win. I mean, Russell Douglas. I should be Pro Bowl.
Mhm.
I mean, pick 6 already, 4 picks, 2 fumble recoveries, and a passer anything of 45.1 when targeted. He's doing everything what the Bills need.
Mhm. I think. I hope the Bills have a real chance because I want to see Josh Allen win, and Stephon Diggs, but
I believe they're gonna win this week, man, against the Dolphins. By the way, the Dolphins, they got
destroyed,
not destroyed. They got
beat up.
They got what's it called? They got burned
Mhm.
to death. It's like the water in the ocean just went away.
Yeah.
And with Dolphins.
Yeah, I think that game was I hope it doesn't bring him down as a team, but
Also, Bradley Chubb got hurt
yeah.
towards ACL.
Now both their ends are hurt.
I don't know why he was in the game.
Now everyone's saying that.
They were down 30 points with 4 minutes
Okay.
left.
Everyone's saying that, right?
Yeah.
But why would he get I understand they were down, but I think 90% of teams would have not taken out their starting D end. That's just my opinion.
I think he would just because you know what kind of game is next week.
Because I would not be thinking of that. I would be thinking about my offense.
Well,
And also, I don't know. I just feel like everyone's saying that. Oh, he should have been out. He should have been out of the game.
Well, that's the part of why.
He should have been out, but I don't blame them for not taking him out because I personally would not have. I don't know. I just feel like many teams would have overlooked the same exact thing.
But it didn't help that the Dolphins offense just everybody says the best offense. They have not been. They've not been like great
Mm-hmm.
since like I don't even know what week. It's been a long time since they scored
Hmm.
over. I think the last time they scored over 25 points was against the Jets. Against the Commanders, not Jets. Then they Commanders. They have, what's the Commanders? Nah, Jets. Since week 15, they did have a great game against Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Week 13, but I mean they've had two good games in I don't know how much time. You can beat the Dolphins offense if you get to two and you put hands on these receivers. I mean they do the same play every single time. You always see a tie in the middle of the field on a dig
Mm-hmm.
every single time.
I think. What was another good game that happened
Another good game.
that we didn't go over?
Not good. Which one was it?
And we're probably gonna preview week 8.
Chiefs Bengals.
Probably gonna preview final week
Yeah.
within coming days.
Chiefs Bengals.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
She Rice is the number one receiver.
He's gonna be good. He's gonna be so good.
I will say the Chiefs offense.
It's not.
I mean, Harrison Butker hit 6 field goals in a span of. I mean, he scored all the rest of their points.
I don't know. I feel like it's not looking good. The Chiefs
Not.
offense.
But they won the game. They won the division.
Maybe you never know. Maybe Pacheco can turn into a
Dog.
star.
I mean, the last 2 years he's been very good. Very good.
Hmm.
It's just Kadarius Toney play football again this year.
Yeah, it's will Mahomes' receivers actually start catching the ball.
Yeah, you can trust on one guy. It's Rice, but can you trust on the rest?
Hmm.
I think that's
Where we're gonna leave off.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's a good place to leave off. Yeah, we'll be back probably tomorrow or next day to review final week NFL and probably NBA because we didn't really get to go over it. But yeah, this was Hot Takes with Nick and Justin. We'll be back next time.